Buenos días. Good morning. My name is Sara Mateo from Zabala Innovation Consulting. At Zabala, we are a consultancy firm supporting the innovation of SMEs, startups, and entrepreneurs. With the participation in EU-funded projects, we provide innovators with funding and supporting services for helping them in their path to market. Today, I have to welcome here 4 of our projects, 4 of our innovators. The 2 first presentations are in the context of DAPSI, the Data Portability and Services Incubator. And the first of the innovators presenting today is Quentin from Data Village. The floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Quentin Felice, and I'm the co-founder of Data Village, an early-stage startup based in Belgium with the mission to unlock the value of personal data and sensitive data for both the companies and their customers. Data Village was created in 2019, and back in the days, Frederick, my co-founder, and myself, we used to lead the IT innovation department of a major bank in Belgium. But we were always struggling with one thing, getting access to personal and sensitive data. We were actually spending more time fighting with legal departments and IT departments to get access to personal data than doing our job, meaning innovation. Today, companies struggle big time when they have to access sensitive data. And this is mainly due to 3 reasons. The first one is that enterprise architectures are designed in silos, making it very difficult for the data to flow. The second reason is that we are in a more and more restrictive regulatory environment with privacy laws, such as the infamous GDPR, popping up everywhere in the world. And the last but not least is that companies are very reluctant when it comes to mutualize the sensitive data that they have with partners. So this is why we came up with a data collaboration environment in which companies can collaborate with business partners, but also with their customers in a way that is fully compliant and that make them remain in control of one of their most precious assets, which is their sensitive data. So basically, our platform allows companies to mutualize, to pool the data that they have with business partner and make it interoperable. And then we allow them in a totally safe and controlled environment to run the algorithm on their own data, but also on the data of their partners. We use confidential computing technologies in order to make sure that at the time of running the algorithm, the data scientists ensure that they have control over the code, over the algorithm, but also over the data all along the process. So today, we are mainly focusing on the media industry. We have developed use cases such as tailored content recommendations for TV broadcasters, but also we allow media companies to get to know better their audience by pooling their audience data sets together in a way that is safe and controlled by themselves. We are also developing use cases in the financial industry, where the trust is very important as well, at the time of using sensitive data, and in the retail industry. Today we focus on Europe, but we are looking to expand to Northern and Southern America, since the regulations over there are popping up and catching up on European ones. So we are Data Village. Let's unlock the value of personal data, maybe together. Thank you.
I'm Jim. I'm here to talk about BASED, which is a cloud computing platform. What we're trying to do, we're trying to make it easy for developers to manage their backend services. We want to make it as easy as it is to manage content using a content management system, to update stuff on websites. Basically, this is the problem that we're trying to solve. Making applications takes too much time, and there are too many trade-offs involved in the process. So this is the traditional model. This is the 90s. So you have a website, You have a server and a database. Pretty simple. All right, but it doesn't scale very easily. So let's fix that. Add some more things, a CDN, some other stuff, and it already becomes fairly complex. Now, what if we want real-time data? For example, I want to make a delivery application, something like that. Right, then it becomes a lot harder. So getting all this stuff in place usually takes a few years if you do it for hyperscale, millions and millions of users at the same time. So what we do, and what we want our users to do, is to focus on the product. So it looks something like this. We take care of all the stuff that deals with data, so businesses can focus on what matters, which is a great UI and a great business logic or data logic behind it. Where are we now? We powered the Eurovision Song Festival for 2 years in a row and handled millions of transactions. We opened a closed beta for various customers, and we want to start with an open beta in Q4 of this year. So what we want to be is a data-first cloud provider of the future. No servers, no cloud functions, nothing, just data, because that's what it's about when you're creating an application. We created the world's first real-time delivery network, R to the N, which allows you to update content under 300 milliseconds, always. We allow you to write less code on the front end, and in summary, what we do, we try to make it easier to build platforms and applications. So if you want to know more, and if you're interested to get a demo, find me somewhere here, and thanks a lot.
Nice to meet you. My name is Ana Cinzova, and I'm a co-founder of our Tribune. We started our venture out of the desire to see our societies more politically and socially active and engaged. We believe that a strong pillar for this process is independent media outlet that combines niche creator content with an open government data. I believe it's a no surprise to any of you that the citizen participations in our democracies in Europe continues to decline. And one of the main reasons behind this problem is the lack of media plurality and political independence. Our solution tackles this problem, and we're combining three main blocks: content that is coming out of our journalists, writers, and any other creatives in this sphere, together with content that is coming from political institutions and also communities created by the people for the people, so they can be more actively and socially engaged in their societies. We are positioning in two parallel markets: creator content and also digital publishing. Both of those markets have received a lot of growth during the recent years, and a lot of people are more willing to pay for content that is ad-free, diverse, and independent. We have our unique positioning between social media, social publishing, and NGO platforms. Our business model is freemium plus SaaS. For us, it's really important to assure a fair compensation for our creators and also their access to powerful consumption data that they can use. Our route to market starts from Central and Eastern Europe, since those markets are the ones with the most need and also with the most untapped potential. We are onboarding universities, NGOs, public institutions. Finally, our team is dedicated to go through this challenge with success. We have an extensive knowledge in over the top media spaces and political and social science. Please subscribe to This Is Our Tribune and leave any feedback. It will be highly appreciated by us. Thank you.
I'm Igor Tereshenko from Ukraine, and I'm just one of the millions of Ukrainians who are looking to boost their media literacy skills, and we need a little bit help with that. Let's take a closer look to a simplest thing we encounter every day. We don't pay attention in the usual life, but two simple letters can change the reality critically. Are you drowning in multiple information sources, spending too much time to search what you're interested in, or do you simply rely on someone who delivers information on which you base to make a decision? Next slide, please. We found a solution as a combination of artificial intelligence and social network grouping algorithms to create your own personal news hub where you can find everything. Next slide. Each piece of information is verified by AI and thousands of live persons that allows you to make a personal decision about the trustworthiness of information. Next slide. Based on a brief summary, information completeness level, and emotional bias. So now it became too much more complicated to fool you. So how will do it? Next slide. Artificial intelligence defines a real person who performs some actions on a certain object in specific location and in certain times. Next slide. Meanwhile, 1,000 of active users vote for or against the truthworthiness of article, and artificial intelligence led them by a system of dialogues. Additionally, each user is involved in dialogue system need to clarify his choice. The most active user became experts due to their completeness of answering rather than the frequency of interaction with the system. Next slide. All of this allows to create the new environment closely integrating reader-writers in media, where each person of millions of subscribers can set their own interface agenda and filter their personal information, and even order an article. Journalists and media get information from the most interesting topic in real time to fulfill the user expectation. So subscribe on our personal news hub, and next slide. And invest in media literacy. Thank you.